Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the second episode of the second season of Hibike Euphonium. And last episode, I felt like we got a lot happening, kind of probably because it was a double-length episode. Something I did not know going into it, so that was the nice little surprise. But speaking of surprises, we also had Nozomi, who is like one of the girls that quit during the big incident, and she kind of wants to come back. And she specifically wants Asuka's blessing to come back, but Asuka doesn't really seem willing to give it. So that's a little bit sad. But we had some happier stuff, like just general excitement getting into the Kansai Regional. We got Team Monica doing their thing to support. We got a wonderful festival with the Reina Kumiko date, so a lot of positive stuff for sure. But yeah, let's jump on into the episode and see what happens. 3, 2, 1, play. Yay. That's what she said, but it looks like a sweat drop every time I see it. The thing that's kind of like, hanging there. Seeing her fall on the desk like that, it just, I love it for some reason. That honestly might be my favorite part of the opening. Just. Yeah, there's some happiness, at the tail end of that opening. I guess it's probably a hot day. I think I could see like the vibrations in the air that kind of represent heat. Hey, also we got this new guy. I feel like I just got here though. Bone holiday. I think I know what he's referring to. Are you okay? Remember to stay hydrated. A little bit low on water, but I got a little bit. Do you want to spend time with her? Let's pool. That sounds great. Yes, Reina, please come with us. And naturally, that's the first thing she does. She, okay, okay. Sokto, just no hesitation. I are you picturing it? Because I'm picturing it. I mean, definitely happens. Yeah. Hesitation flute. Is he referring to Nozomi? Because Nozomi plays a flute, right? Anyway, more importantly, we have our pool episode. Let's go. Everyone looking, wow, Reina. Wow, Reina. I knew she would look good, and I was not disappointed. I think you look great. Don't even worry about it. And Kumiko's is cute too. But when it comes to like pure sex appeal, you're not gonna beat Reina. She's like, Reina, please share some of that with me. Oh, Comedy's here. Trust me, I did. Oh, wow, you've been captured. Really? How do you not recognize her? It's Asuka. I mean, I thought I had trouble differentiating between characters in this show. But, I mean, there's only one Asuka in this show. Let's be honest. Just running towards the camera. So yeah, just everyone's here. It's great. Natsuki looking pretty good too. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, we're in Japan, nobody can read these shirts. But yeah, I do love the variety in styles and outfits, and it's great. Why would you want to escape from that? Is that Nozomi? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Like I said, a lot of characters look fairly similar in this show, but I do my best. Yeah. And she looked pretty good too. She remembers you. Yeah, we did. I remember that. Yeah, that'll get her attention. But yeah, don't want to bother her on a day off. It's yeah. Yeah. That is how it ended up. Are you salty about that? I mean, it's a meritocracy. I don't know what to tell you. Shikatanai. If you want to do well, you put in the people that can get us there. It's as simple as that. Okay, not too resistant to it. Yeah, we got a new guy here. You know, Taka-sensei. Good question. I'm glad we're at least asking the question. I don't know if we'll get an answer, but to start. Well, no arguments here, but Kinya Narimasu. It's a reference to Yōkai. Probably not. Oh. And then that's her. Bakamitai. It's a good point. Ain't nobody got time for that. In her own way, yeah. The more I look at it, yeah, her swim's actually really cute. That's a good question. She tried to stop her from leaving, but rejects her coming back. It is certainly curious. Ouch. Yeah. How do you feel about that, Yuko? Yeah. We're asking a lot of good questions today. Oh. I mean, she is kind of a quiet one. Okay. I mean, we're all in the same wind ensemble together. We should know about each other, you know? Well. Whew. A little bit, but I just really curious more than anything. I just want to know. Want to know. I noticed you guys were actually doing well, so now I want back. I don't think that's true. Yeah, what do you say to really make her feel better? It's nice talking to you. Oh, okay. She's gonna try to help. We did kind of establish that Kumiko's a little bit special to Asuka in that one scene, right? So, isn't Reina waiting for you? uh, that look on her face, like the realization. Ah, the training camp. Yeah, that was mentioned last episode too, I think. Ooh. Kind of just want to, like, rustle up his hair. He's just so much taller than they had to really look up just to see him. Height. Well, understandable. For a second, I thought the instrument was talking there. Because, like, pan over to it, like, I think right when that flashback dialogue popped up. And I'm also a little bit tired, so. Who? It's not nose on me, I mean. I think those are female legs. Okay, who is she? Oh, damn. Uh, um, Satomi. Well, welcome. We're glad to have you. Niyama Satomi. Whatever anyone calls her, Nia-chan. Man, just I didn't have a wife or kids. I will definitely do that. Yeah, that's what he does. He's not gonna ruin you too. What Reina's gonna have something to say about that. Well, I mean, the dead eyes say enough. That was great. Oh, that killed me. Okay. I just wanted a little bit. Yeah, because that woman was gorgeous, so. And seems pretty nice, too. Oh god, she's not any better. Like, you give her a hug or something. Now, who's Natsuki talking to? Okay. I had a feeling she heard about that. But will she anyway? I definitely got that impression. Akugata, yeah. Okay. I don't think we knew that. The music room. Look like she really blew hard into that. But we don't want to. We just want to sit on our ass and do nothing. But, like... Oh. Damn. It does take some balls. But... Okay. Some handheld gaming over here. Tapu tapu. Man, the animation, I love it. Like, they just completely and animated putting the earbuds in. Yeah, we gotta talk to her. That's kind of like the last step in this overall situation. Because she's like the only perspective we haven't really gotten yet. I don't know why that's amusing me. Don't say that's how you get Endless 8. Okay. Trying to scare her. Because boy, did it work. I'm trying to enjoy my game. You're distracting me, Kumiko. Yeah, I noticed your Rizumu game. But it's just amusing because you're doing that while she's like, doing her thing. They're all right. Oh, okay. Yeah, you do your best and somebody else gets to decide whether it was good enough or not. I definitely get that. Kumiko's really gotten around this episode, just talking to all sorts of people. I promise. Sky is beautiful, though. You know, bright side. Long day. Let's go to bed. I was actually about to say you can scoot closer to her if you want to. And she actually did it. Wow, I love this show sometimes. I highly doubt it. I mean, actually asking him, that's just getting pretty crazy, Kumiko. I wouldn't say she's necessarily more mature than you, though. She's just more like stoic and stuff, but yes. Are we gonna hold hands? I mean, that would be great. Are we actually gonna? Well, I mean, we touched hands. I'll take what I can get. That was pretty great. In bed, high touchy hand high five. I would have lost it if they actually like fingers laced handheld there and fell asleep like that. And Edie. Man, just the amount of emotions and people with them. Man, that shot is so close to being a Ponzu shot. But of course, it's not actually one because this is a Kyoto Animation show. Okay. I believe it's this button. Okay. So that was, in fact, the second episode of the second season of Hibike Euphonium. And a good episode, for sure. Very, like, dialogue-heavy episode. Like, we had a special event this episode. We went to the pool, which is great because we got to see all of our characters in swimsuits. And this show like it's been pretty clear since the beginning. This show has a lot of characters with really great character designs. So the opportunity to actually see them in swimsuits was something that I got pretty excited about. Pretty much the second they mentioned that would be a thing, and they did not disappoint. We have a lot good variety of swimsuits. We got some that have a bit more frilly than others. We actually have like a nice little bow thing on the back of Kumiko's. In fact, I'll just show screen for a little bit here just so we can look at all the, because we showed up in our just regular outfits. We got some shots of everyone having a good time. We had a pan-up shot of Reina, who just probably looked the best out of everyone as far as swimsuits go. But we got Sapphire here with more like a one piece, which suits her more petite kind of body style. And we have Kumiko, who has like a little bit of frills, and then one bow that I mentioned. And of course, they both acknowledge how wonderful Reina looks in her swimsuit, and she does fill it out about as well as you'd expect. And we even had Kaori. Do we have a full shot of her swimsuit? Yeah, she kind of just walks by and then notices us as we have. We have Kumiko just kind of staring, but a little bit envious. But yeah, she has kind of frills on hers too. Yeah, we get a good shot of it here. Also, we very frilly is white, which I think suits Kaori rather well. And then we had like a sneaky person coming up from behind. And I was kind of wondering who this was. Honestly, Asuka was my first guess, because who else would be silly enough to do something like that? And then she gets back there, and woof. She gets her. And yeah, could you imagine just being hugged from behind by Asuka in a swimsuit? That sort of thing you could brag to your friends about the rest of your life. And she just didn't even recognize her, which surprised me, because even I recognized her. Because there's really nobody in this show that has quite as much of a mature body as Asuka does. So, but yeah, since she didn't even know who it was, it did come as a bit of a surprise that it was in fact Asuka. I mean, it was a surprise that, she was like, who the heck hugged me? And also, Kaori's a little bit here was good too. Because the animation of her approaching, because obviously she has a thing for Kaori. She just says, yeah, bye, multiple times while she runs over. And we see her shirt says, my staple food is love. I immediately thought of K-On! Because K-On! Had a song, My Love is a Stapler. But they also talked about English on shirts, and that's actually just a thing in Japan where there's all these shirts that just have random, often stupid English on them. And yeah, a lot of people probably don't even really understand what they mean. It's just like, hey, it's written in English, so it's cool. Kind of like the flip side of Westerners that might have like a shirt with like a cool looking kanji on it or whatever. It's somewhat similar, but yeah, even of course has little heart pupils in her eyes. And also Natsuki. Do you have a good shot of Natsuki? And yes, Kaori is a angel. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best shot we're gonna get. But yeah, she has like a tied up shirt over her swimsuit where we only get to see the bottom, which looks pretty good. I think that suits her style rather nicely. Also, we got beverages. Also, kind of like Kumiko's pose here. Looked very nice. And also just in general, being next to Reina, they just looked great as a pair, as a couple, you might say. And then we spotted Nozomi. That's when the episode really took a bit of a turn. And Nozomi looked great in her outfit too. Like, as far as the cuteness of the swimsuit itself, I think hers was the cutest. It's pink, it's got the bow, it's got also like a purple or darkish pink, purple, and the light pink. And again, she fills it out very nicely. So, also, yeah, this happened. Anyway, that's probably enough showing the showing the actual visuals of the show itself. But yeah, at this point, she started talking about Nozomi, and this is kind of when we made a bit of a transition from just fun pool episode shenanigans to actually getting into the real, more plot stuff. Because Nozomi, her existence, her appearance in episode 1 really dug up these the past, the feelings and all that. And there were so many like missing puzzle pieces to it we didn't quite understand. And Nozomi's kind of here to help fill in some blanks. Right, like why was she so keen on Asuka getting her blessing to join the club? It's because, well, she tried to stop her from leaving, and now that she wants back, I guess she kind of wants to resolve that in that way. So there's that. And yeah, we also got some visuals of her in the past. Just she's I can't remember how I translate it, but like serious, very idealist, I think that's how they translate it. But yeah, like she did her best to try to get the senpai that really weren't motivated, right? Yeah, she was trying to do her best to get them to be motivated. We also found that I think she was the president of the, the middle school club. So she's kind of has that mentality, even though she's not the president now. She still carries over a lot of that attitude and mentality, and it's probably a sense of responsibility still, in a sense. So she was trying her best, but like to no avail. We had the power of hindsight. We knew it wouldn't work out. Although we did have that one cool shot of Natsuki, throwing some shade over at them, which was great. Was great, by the way. But yeah, none of it worked out. She did end up quitting. Natsuki did not. Yuko did not. And also Mizore did not as well. They're all still in the club. And I think Mizore, didn't they say she stayed because she was like the only one that played her instruments? I think that was said as a bit of a reason. But yeah, Kumiko definitely more than willing to volunteer to do her best to help out, talk to Asuka, but Nozomi doesn't want that. She doesn't really want to cause trouble for, her kohai and whatnot, which is definitely understandable, but Kumiko, of course, she's a protagonist. She's got to help move things along. That is just kind of how it works. We also had the whole training camp thing, which is pretty cool. And we also got to meet a new character. I was a little bit surprised when you had Taki-sensei being like, hey, we're introducing a new person. Because I was sitting here thinking, okay, we had the one guy we already introduced last episode that was kind of like an assistant sort of role. And I don't think he's referring to like Nozomi or whatever. So who could he possibly be referring to? And then we had this just beautiful girl just walk in saying like, hello, I'm here, guys. I hope to get along with you. Her name was what was her name? I can't believe I already forgot. But yeah, the thing about that is, yeah, she's very pretty, like extremely pretty, which is nothing too surprising. And everyone's a little bit surprised, of course, because I think half this club probably has a crush on him. But it was around this part that I was starting to wonder about Reina, because she has a little bit of a crush on Taki-sensei. So I figured she wouldn't be too happy about this. And I was kind of waiting for her to say something. And and here, this is when it was. She looks over to Reina and sees that face. And even just seeing it again, it's just kind of hilarious, because I was wondering, hey, I'm surprised she hasn't spoken up yet. And then we just see that she's just sitting there dead inside. And then later, she's still like that at lunch or whatever. So that was pretty funny. Just sitting there doing her best to eat the food despite being broken inside. And then we continued the Kumiko just interviewing people, essentially. Like, she goes to so many people to talk about the situation, get their perspective, get their thoughts on it, get some more information. Like Detective Kumiko, just trying to solve the mystery, essentially, trying to solve the situation. And yeah, Natsuki was part of it too, so we went to her as well. Got her piece on things, and that's when we got that cool little moment of her saying what's on her mind to some of the senpai, which was just great. Also, Mizore just playing her rhythm game on the phone. I don't know why I don't know why I got a kick out of that, but I really did. We have all this like serious drama and stuff, and she's just playing the game. I don't know. It was great. Also, we had like poking of her legs to the hole in the thing, which surprised her a little bit, I think. But then we got her opinion on the matter, and she actually brought up the idea of hating competition, which is interesting. Interesting partly because she's still a part of the group and all that. But yeah, the very idea of competition is kind of an interesting thing in and of itself, because whatever you like in life, any kind of sport or activity, you can do it. You can have a great time with it. And competitions don't need to be the factor at all. And probably for most people that do any kind of thing, whether it be martial arts, music, just anything, a lot of those things, if they're at all popular, will usually have some form of competition, something they can do, some kind of version of going to nationals, right? Olympics are a pretty good example of people that are doing an activity, trying to do it at the best level and be judged and get those gold trophies and whatnot. But trophies and gold medals, they don't have to be a part of the activity if you don't want them to be. So interesting to really bring up the idea, because there probably are plenty of people that like doing a thing, and the idea of participating in any kind of competition just is not something they would ever do, because they just don't see the value in it, because it doesn't add anything to the experience. It's just a chance to put on display and have people judge you, and if they decide you're not very good, that could sting quite a bit, and there's no need to necessarily subject yourself to that if you don't want to. But she is still part of the club and everything. And I think she's also with us at the Consulate Regional, I think. But yeah, she is still here despite not liking competition. So, but there is a whole thing from back in middle school, and I think that does carry a lot of weight into her stuff now. Although she does say she also doesn't really know why she does the things she does. So things might be a little bit jumbled upstairs, working through a lot of things. Also, we had the scene between Reina and Kumiko in bed, which was quite nice. I enjoyed that, the scooting animation towards Kumiko, because I was going to comment on that, say, hey, Reina, you feel like scooting closer to Kumiko? Like, I stopped myself from saying it, but then she went ahead and did it, so I kind of love that. And we even had like a little bit of a high five there, which is more than I expected. Not as much as I was hoping for, is kind of how I would describe that. And then we ended off with actually going up to Asuka. So, what did she say before we cut off? Did she say anything? I'm kind of replaying that real quick on my end. Yeah, we had some kind of stretching from Asuka. More, amazing animation in the show. Yeah, she says her name. And then just asks for some time, so... She says she has something to talk about, but I don't think she got into any specifics just yet at that point. She definitely got the point across that it was something fairly serious, though. So Asuka could probably guess what it's about, given the situation. What's going on. But yeah, in this episode, Kumiko definitely felt like the protagonist. Like, she's just talking to everyone, getting information, trying to figure things out, trying to make things better. So Asuka is kind of like the only person she hasn't really talked to yet. So, and she's definitely a pretty important piece, because Nozomi's doing her best to talk to her and get her permission, her blessing to get back in, and she hasn't given it yet. So Kumiko will talk to her and see what she can do. If anyone could get through to Asuka, it would be Kumiko. So even though Nozomi said, it's okay, don't need to force yourself, she seems to be doing it anyway. So hopefully next episode that can go. Hopefully it goes well. I feel like it probably won't, but at least not initially. But we'll do our best. So that's all I really got to say. So if you enjoyed this reaction, I do hope you click that like button, support me on Patreon, maybe leave a comment if you got something you want to say. And I hope to see you in the next video. So bye-bye.